Hi, it's Dr. An again. I was reviewing her labs a little further, and at this point, I'm leaning more toward leukemia. I just want to let you know that, and of course, the diagnosis won't be final until after they do further lab testing. But I wish you the best of luck, and I will also be praying for Oakley. All right, bye-bye.
Wow, how high can you stand?
She was like never sick before until August. She started getting, we just thought a cold. All the kids at gymnastics kept getting cold. So we're like, oh, okay, it's just a normal cold.
Oakley does have a diagnosis of leukemia. I was the physician who diagnosed it. So since then, I've been taking care of Oakley.
Acute lymphoblastic leukemia, it's a cancer that affects the blood and the bone marrow. She wasn't walking at all, to the point where she could not even stand up without like collapsing because the leg pain was so bad from the neuropathy pain.
The treatment lasts for about anywhere between 2.5 to 3 years.
I think that was probably the hardest for her, was the hair loss. Because before we would brush her hair every morning and it was like, oh, your pretty hair, let's get your pretty hair ready. And after it started falling out, she's like, oh, I'm not pretty anymore. I don't want my pretty hair anymore.
Yeah, that's it. Can I use your shoes that make noise? Yeah. Oh, thanks. Okay. Like this. Can cross that one off my bucket list. Yeah.
Oakley's least favorite thing at the clinic is definitely her lumbar puncture. She has to come in NPO, so that means that she hasn't had any food in her system since the night before.
Foods? Or kitchen accessories?
My goal with being a child life specialist is to help kids know, doctors aren't scary. They're not trying to be scary, and they're not trying to be mean people, but they're doing what they can do to make sure that your body stays as healthy as possible.
Yeah? Did you come to hang out with us today? Yeah.
Oakley has what's called a portacatheter, but she calls it her tubie. She knows exactly what to expect. She's even been able to help some other little friends in the playroom, oh, it's okay, you're just gonna go get your tubies done and then you can come back and play.
You want me to do this side? Or is her
I try to end our interactions with patients with, are you proud of yourself? Because that's my biggest thing is, you can do hard things. I know you can do hard things, but what really matters is, are you proud of yourself? And Oakley says, with a resounding confidence, yes, I'm proud of myself.
If I were to describe Crystal and Oakley in one word, it would be brave. They've been really brave through the entire journey. More recently, her treatment is now less intensive. She's at home. She's taking oral chemotherapy at home. Their hair starts growing back, which is, I think, the most exciting part for so many of the parents is that, they start going back to normal.
It's definitely made me love her in a different way. I've always loved her. She's always been the light of my life, but it's definitely made me love her 10 times more, just knowing oh my gosh, I could have lost her, but she's okay. She's doing okay. So I take every little moment I can and just soak it up.
That's a creepy looking vase. It's a creepy looking vase.
Even though our team works so hard to try to make it easy for our families, I think it's still, a challenge and a hardship for our families to get from appointment to appointment.
Having the outpatient clinics very close to the inpatient units within the same campus, within close proximity, will really improve patient care because they can then go in for their infusions, hospitalizations within a few minutes. It can often be life-saving, and that improves not just patient care, but it also, improves the patient experience while they are at Loma Linda.
I like to tell kids, I know it's hard, but I also like to think if we can take some of those hard things away and give them less hard things to do, the smiles on their faces would be so much bigger.
Says, be brave, little one.
Be brave, little one.
Thanks for being there, and thanks for being a friend to us. And I could never, ever repay Loma Linda enough, really, for giving me not only a good team for my daughter, but friends that will be friends for the rest of Oakley's life.